Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. It is currently 6:36 in the morning. My boys are watching Blue's Clues, and I realized that I forgot to film a video this weekend with the Cozy Escape picks for April. I can't believe I'm saying April. This month's theme is millennial, and I think I found some really cool, interesting, different cozy mysteries that I haven't read or recommended yet. So let's dive into this before my children realize that I am not in the living room watching Blue's Clues with them. All right, so the very first one that I have is Death Among the Stitches. This is a crochet and crumpets mystery by Betty Hechtman. It says, meet Annie Hart, newly inherited yarn and tea shop owner and reluctant amateur sleuth. Annie Hart, daughter of Brian Hart, a talent to the stars, spends her life getting roped into whatever new tasks her father needs her to do for his VIP clients. So when she inherits a yarn shop in the small Indiana town of Franklin, she is curious to see what it feels like to have something that is solely hers. But when her arrival is greeted by the local law enforcement, Annie senses things are not quite as they seem in this idyllic town. Everybody knows everybody in Franklin, yet when it comes to the death of the shop's previous owner, nobody seems sure of anything. Annie soon discovers that Eleanor Danton was in fact strangled by her own yarn. Invigorated by her need to find out the truth, and somehow at home with a friendly bunch of local yarn artists who frequent the shop, she sets out to finding the killer. Much can be achieved over a cuppa and a yarn. The cover looks super freaking cute. I love the idea that she's going from being around her dad with the VIPs and things like that to crocheting and yarn, and it just seems fantastic. The next one I have is a Devil's Chew Toy, a Hayden and Friends mystery by Rob Osler. It says perfect for fans of TJ Klune, which is fantastic because I just finished The House in the Cerulean Sea, and it was so good, guys. It was so good. So good. Anyway, Seattle teacher and part-time blogger Hayden McCall wakes up sporting one hell of a shiner. With the police knocking at his door, it seems that his new crush, dancer Camilo Rodriguez, has gone missing, and they suspect foul play. What happened the night before? And where is Camilo? Determined to find answers, pint-sized, good-hearted Hayden seeks out two of Camilo's friends, Hollister and Burley, both lesbians and both fiercely devoted to their friend. For them, Hayden learns that Camilo is a dreamer whose parents had been deported years earlier, and whose sister, Daniela, is presumed to have returned to Venezuela with them. Convinced that the cops won't take down a brown boy's disappearance seriously, the girls join Hayden's hunt for Camilo. The first clue turns up at Barkingham Palace. That's such a fantastic name. A pet store where Camilo had taken a part-time job. The store's owner, Della Rupert, claims ignorance, but Hayden knows something is up. And then there's Camilo's ex-boyfriend, Ryan, who suddenly has grown inexplicably wealthy. When Hayden and Hollister follow Ryan to a secure airport warehouse, they make a shocking connection between him and Delia and uncover the twisted scheme that made both of them rich. Ba-ba-bam. That sounds absolutely just so good. So good. Okay, and last but certainly not least is Bored to Death. This is a board game shop mystery series by CJ Connor, and I actually met CJ. They were at the Ashland Mystery Festival, I think my first year that I went. Back in his hometown of Sugar House, running his family's board game shop and cafe, Ben Rosenkrantz just can't seem to get his life to pass go, much less collect $200. Once he was a happily married English professor in Seattle. Now he's a divorced caregiver looking after his ill father and a chihuahua named Beans, while still figuring out the rules of retail management. At least the town has become more LGBTQ plus friendly when Ben was a teenager, and that flower shop owner Ezra McCaslin was flirting with him. But despite his usual clientele of gamers, Ben is barely earning enough to keep the store running and stay on top of his father's medical bills. Then a local toy and game collector, Clive, offers him a winning strategy to purchase a turn of the 20th century edition of the Landlord's game, the realty and taxation game that inspired Monopoly, at a tenth of the rare edition's true value. Suspicious, Clive's shady, low-priced deal. Ben turns the offer down. Then Clive turns up dead at the front door of Ben's, and a backpack full of $100 bills appears on his doorstep. Now Ben is the #1 suspect in Clive's death, and unless he and Ezra can prove his innocence and find the real killer, he'll go to jail for murder, and no amount of double dice rolls will set him free. Da-da-da-da! I am so excited to be chatting with you guys tonight about The Lost Library by Rebecca Studd and Wendy Mass. I devoured this book, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about it. And if you did not get it in hardcover, look at this. That's Mortimer's paw. Anyway, I digress. I hope that you have an amazing day. Go over on Patreon and vote for your pick for April's book club. And I will see you all tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.